Well, speaking of weirdos and poorly
Desperate
directed
weirdos.
movies. Yeah, yeah. I was talking to a woman the other day, and she got to meet Tommy Wiseau.
Oh, okay.
And when she met him, she noticed he was wearing two belts. And it was like some Toronto Film Festival thing. And she said, "Oh, why are you wearing two belts?" And she said he muttered something along the lines of, "Oh, it's so I can control myself around all the beautiful women here."
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh my God." Oh my God. Yeah.
I assume that's just a line. Like, he's got other... It's a creepy line, but I assume that's not literally...
No.
Is he saying with one belt he wouldn't be able to control himself?
I know. I don't understand. And I was talking to her about it. I was like, "Oh, that's kind of weird." She goes, "Yeah, it kind of like soured meeting him a little bit."
Here's the thing. I wear a belt most of the time. But even if I don't just whip my dick out at any attractive woman I see. I exhibit some self-control. And clearly Tommy Wiseau doesn't, if you've seen The Room. I mean, I suppose that goes without saying. Because all of his worst inhibitions made it into that movie. And I don't like that's
put that on the box.
That's the thing about The Room is like The Room's like a classic bad movie. I get it. But like, when people talk about the really, really classic bad movies, people usually talk about them like there's some kind of an inspirational story behind it. Like, oh, this guy's a nobody and he got that movie made, right? If you've ever seen the movie Ed Wood, or, I was just watching Dolomite Is My Name, Rudy Ray Moore was a huge weirdo, and he just like got those movies made because Hollywood wouldn't make them, so he kind of decided to make them himself, and he decided to do really weird things in the movies, but he knew what he wanted to do, and he knew what his audience wanted, and he pulled that off in a way. But
he had a vision, and he followed that vision.
Yeah, I can't talk about Tommy Wiseau that way because The Room is so horrifically sexist. The Room is such like a pathetic, like, I am the most unjustly treated person in the world type fantasy. There's a little bit of like an incel energy behind it, and so I just can't feel that way about Tommy Wiseau the way I feel about Ed Wood or Rudy Ray Moore, some of these other classic bad filmmakers who make some utterly terrible movies. Maybe I'm entertained by The Room, I enjoy it, but I just like don't have the fondness for it that I do for some other really bad movies, I guess.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Because it is he writes his wife as just an evil person. Like, there's no nuance to his character, and it really, I think it's Tommy Wiseau being like, I am a victim, and that's just not. I don't want to give him credit for that. I want to give him credit for
he was the Amber Heard of his day.
Well, hey, Amber Heard was there. There's multiple victims in that scenario. Okay, multiple victims, multiple people at fault. Okay,
I agree.
Also, let's not compare the hideously ugly Tommy Wiseau to Amber Heard, please, just for the aesthetics of it.